Hello everyone, this is Swati. Welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to see how to add Zendesk users to LeadSquared CRM as leads automatically. Before I tell you about it, we have to understand what are these applications. So basically, Zendesk is a help desk software. It is a customer communication software that provides instant chat solution. Also, what is LeadSquared? Now, LeadSquared is again a CRM software. Now, what do I want here? Let's say that you are a business person and you want that, when this happens, like every time a new user is created on Zendesk, you wish to automatically add that lead on this LeadSquared CRM. Understood? So, how can you do this? Of course, this can be done manually, like you take the lead and then feed the data on your CRM, but it is going to take a lot of time. It's going to be troublesome and hectic. Why? Because you will have to do this every day. But what if I tell you that this process can get automated, which means I'm talking about these two applications getting integrated in such a way that every time a new user is created on Zendesk, automatically that lead would be added on LeadSquared. Now this definitely sounds interesting, but how would we do this? We are going to do this with Pabbly Connect software, which is an integration and automation software where you do not need any coding skills. And you can run this integration yourself. You just have to know the process. And for that, let me take you to my screen. So let's begin the process. The first thing that we have to do is we have to type the URL www.pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, it will take us to the landing page of the website. Now here on the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So let's click on sign in. Why? Because I'm an existing user, and if you are a new user, then you can simply click on sign up for free and it will not take more than 2 minutes. So I'm clicking on sign in here. And now it has taken me to the all apps page. Here you can see access now. So let's click on access now. Why? Because we are using Pabbly Connect for the integration. So let's click on access now. Now you can see that it has taken me to the dashboard. Here on the right hand side again you can see create workflow. Let's click on this. And now it is asking us to name our workflow. What are we doing here exactly? So here we need to create or update lead in LeadSquared when a new user is created in Zendesk. So here this is an integration between Zendesk and LeadSquared. So I'm going to name it as Zendesk to LeadSquared. So that is it. Create. Now as we do this, it has again taken us to another page where you can see two very important events. One is this trigger and the another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically the two concepts or principles on which this entire automation works. Trigger says when this happens and action says do this. Basically action is the response of what happens here in the trigger. So the first application that I'm going to use here is Zendesk. So let's click on Zendesk, and now the trigger event would be creation of a new ticket. Now here you can see that we have got a webhook URL, and along with that you can see the steps to follow so that we can integrate Zendesk with Pabbly Connect. So these are the steps. So let's follow these steps. The first thing is we have to log in into our Zendesk account. So here I've already logged in. So I'm going to take you to my Zendesk account. So this is my Zendesk account. So first we have to click on the admin in the sidebar. So this is admin. So I'm going to click on this. And now here you can see go to admin center. So let's click here. Then from left sidebar, here we have to go to apps and integrations. So I'm going to click on this. And as I scroll down, here is webhooks. Let's click on this webhooks. Now here I have to create a new webhook. So what I'm going to do is here, can you see actions? So let's click on actions and click on create webhook. As we do that, now we have to create this webhook. You can name it as you want. So let's quickly start naming our webhook. So let's say it is Zendesk webhook 101. So this is how I'm going to name my webhook. Now the description, so add lead details. Now the next is endpoint URL. So we'll have to go back to our Pabbly Connect page, and here we are going to copy this. Then go here and paste it. Now the request method. So for this request method, you have to choose post. From the drop down, And now the request format is supposed to be in JSON. Authentication, none. And test webhook, let's click on test webhook. Here you have received this. Now you have to click on send test. And as it is done, now we are going to click on create. Then from the left sidebar, we have to go to objects and rules. And here we have to go down, go to business rules and click on triggers, because now we are supposed to create a new trigger. The right hand side, we have got two options, add trigger and add category. We'll select add trigger here. Now we have to provide this trigger a name. So let's say new lead generation trigger. So this is the name of my trigger, new lead generation trigger. Now the description. So I'm going to write generation of new leads. And the category. Now let's select the category as notifications. Now here for this condition thing, click on add condition from meet all. So let's click on add condition. We'll go down and now we have to click on ticket. Now we have click on created, that the ticket has been created. And as we go down here for the action, so let's click on add action. And here we have to click on notify active webhook, Zendesk webhook 101. So let's click on this. What do we need to do is we have to go back to Pabbly Connect. Here, can you see this copy and paste this JSON in the JSON body? Let's quickly copy this entire thing. Go back there. And here we have to paste this. Now, here you can see that you have been given a lot of options like the assignee name, assignee email, group name, priority status, URL. You can always customize it how view available placeholders. So as you go down here, you can see you can use your current user, your first name, second name, and then the user language, username, etc. So from here, you can choose anything you want to and you just have to write it like this. Now I'm going to click on create. You can see that the trigger has been created, new lead generation trigger. Now as we go back to Pabbly Connect, here you can see it is waiting for webhook response. As you click on save and send text response, it is now asking you to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So again, we are going to go back to Zendesk and here let's click on home. Click on people here and on the top corner left hand side you can see add. So let's add a new ticket. Now here you have to write the name of the requester. So let's say the name of the requester is demo name. Yeah. And now the assignee. So let's say this is the assignee and we do not have to add any followers. Let's quickly name the tag as test. Subject, so new leads 1024. So this is what is the subject, and now let's write a message. New leads have been generated. Please carry these leads forward. So this is just a common message. Let's click on submit as new. Now I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect to see if it has received the response. So yes, it has received the response. The ticket title is new leads 1024. Then we have the ticket description also. If you go down, so you will see the description of the ticket. Then we have the ticket URL, status. The first name is dummy. The last name is name. Assignee name is Ashir Rai. And we have got the assignee's email and the requester's email. So basically this says that the first step of integration is successful, which means Pabbly Connect has been successfully integrated with Zendesk. Now I'm going to choose my next action step, which is going to be LeadSquared. Why it is going to be LeadSquared? Because I have to make sure that every time a lead has been created or updated Zendesk, it should be created and updated in LeadSquared as well. So here I'll have to click on create or update lead. Now let's click on connect. And now we'll click on add new connection. As we click on add new connection, now it is asking us for the three things: access key, secret key, and API host. And again, it is telling us that to get access to all these things, we have to log into LeadSquared. And then we have to go to setting. From setting, we have to go to API and webhooks, and there we'll find all the information. So now I'm going to take you to my LeadSquared page. This is my LeadSquared page where I've already logged in with my credentials. Here I have to go to settings. So there's this profile icon from where you will get settings, and now here you can see API and webhooks on the left hand side. So let's click on this API and webhooks, and now here you can see this is your API host and show secret key. So here you can see API access key, which is the access ID and secret key. Let's quickly copy this access ID, copy, and we are going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and this is the access key. And now the next thing that we need is secret key. So let's copy the secret key from here, go back to Pabbly Connect and enter the secret key. And then the API host. For this, I'm going to select this part, click, copy, and then go back to Pabbly Connect and here enter this. So we have received all the three information, and now click on save. So here you can see that Pabbly Connect has successfully got connected with LeadSquared because it has received all the information which had been fed in LeadSquared. So now I'm going to go down and see it is now asking me for further information like first name, last name, email address, phone, etc. Now you know that Pabbly Connect was successfully integrated with Zendesk, and now this Pabbly Connect is connected with LeadSquared as well, which means LeadSquared can now receive the data which has already been received from Zendesk. For this, we are going to map the data. So here when I click mapping the data means, to receive the information which has already been recorded. I'm going to click on Zendesk and I need the first name. So let's click on first name. Now let's see the last name. Here is the last name. Now the next is email address. Again, we'll go down and this is the email address. So you can map all this data. I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here we have received the response. The API response says that status is successful, which here means that yes, finally Zendesk and LeadSquared, they are integrated successfully. Now every time a new user is created in Zendesk, this particular user, if it is a new user, it will be created in LeadSquared, or if it is an existing user, it will be updated on LeadSquared. So now we are going to quickly see if this has happened. From this leads, I'm going to manage leads. And now here you can see a dummy name has been created. And this is the information. So if I click on this dummy name here, now you can see it was created on 1st of August. This is the time. And here, this is the email address. This is the name. So we have got the lead details. This is the lead details. So I hope you have understood this. Let's quickly again check it like in real time. So I'm going to go back to my Zendesk. So first I'm going to go to home. Then I'm going to go to people. And here I'm going to go to my page, and now let's click on add because I'm supposed to create a new ticket. Now let's say I'm going to add this user. The name of the user is new ticket. So you can add the users like this. And let's say the email address is newticket@pabblytutes.com. Clear? So let's click on add. And then the assignee. So assignee is done. Tags, so let's keep it as test. Here the subject. So what is my subject? New ticket testing. And let's see, test checking if the test is successful or no. So this is just a random message that I'm writing. And then I'm going to click on submit as new. Now I have to check if this new lead that has been created on Zendesk has been updated on LeadSquared or no. So I'm going to go back to my LeadSquared page. And yes, you can see here that after dummy name, new ticket has also been created. If I click on this, then you can see the new ticket. The email ID is newticket@pabblytutes.com, and which means that our integration is totally done and it is successful, and I hope this was very much clear to you. Now the easiest way to understand it is, I'm going to take you back. The first thing that we had done was we chose our trigger as Zendesk. The application was Zendesk and the trigger event was new ticket. Then as it got integrated with Pabbly Connect, all the steps are very clearly mentioned below the URL. And then we went to action, and here the second application that we had chosen was LeadSquared, where we had selected create or update lead. Now, if in case you have any doubt, then do not worry. Why? Because the workflow for the same has been given in the description box. Also, you can clone this workflow and you can start the process and it will start just automatically. So again, still if you have got any doubts, then yes, we are here for you. You can always write to us. Thank you.